This is from The National, from the United Arab Emirates, so it is an Arab paper. It says here, Israel deploys cyber team to spread positive spin. It says here, Israel's foreign ministry is reported to be establishing a special undercover team of paid workers whose job it will be to surf the internet 24 hours a day, spreading positive news about Israel. Internet-savvy Israeli youngsters, mainly recent graduates and demobilized soldiers with language skills, are being recruited to pose as ordinary surfers while they provide the government line on the Middle East conflict. The idea of people posing as ordinary people while pushing the agenda of a corporation or government is really nothing new to many of us. In fact, we are quite well acquainted with them. We call them shills. And if you've ever posted a video on vaccines that goes against the usual industry propaganda, you'll get some of those shills. Sometimes it seems like they live on the internet and that's all they do. Well, actually, they do. They do live on the internet, and that is what they do because they get paid for it. So this has been done before. This goes on all the time. It's not really surprising that Israel would do this. Governments engage in various kinds of propaganda, i.e. good publicity creation all the time. So would the Israelis do it? Sure, why not? Would they use the internet? Of course, you got to get with the times. This is a channel called Gen C 1989. Posted a video called Free Gaza, Yeah Right. And it's a kind of sarcastic video where they're saying, we need supplies for school children, and then they show pictures of little children being trained as soldiers by Hamas. What else did they say? Oh, we starve here in Gaza, and then they show all the supplies coming in thanks to Israel. Prosperous marketplace in Gaza. Look at all the food. See, nobody's starving. Got food in that market. Palestinian children getting medical care outside of Gaza, etc. There are certain earmarks of a typical shill channel. One would be the sudden creation of a channel with a particular mission following the posting of a certain video, i.e. you post a vaccine video and up pops a channel with somebody who lives on the internet posting comments on your video, pushing the position of the pharmaceutical industry, that kind of thing. Or a political incident happens and poof, there's a channel that is, pushing the view that the government would want you to have, or, in this case, Israel. The citizens of Gaza are well taken care of. Israelis are providing for them and taking care of them medically, basically looking after them really well. Meanwhile, Hamas, a bunch of nutcase terrorists, use the children as human shields and send up rockets and things like that. Very positive message for Israel. Very negative message for Hamas. Very black and white. Okay. So when was this channel created? This channel, Gen C 1989, was created, joined May 31st, 2010, the day of the raid. Hate to say it, but looks like propaganda to me. You could take pictures of a prosperous market, as it says here. That doesn't mean that everyone there has access to proper food, or that they can even afford the food that's in the market. So it doesn't prove anything to show a picture of a market. It would be like showing a piano bar in the ghetto and saying, you see, they're having a life of leisure. I mean, the Jewish ghetto. It says here that the Israelis are using cyber propaganda in the form of shills, and it looks like they've got whole YouTube channels set up to spread propaganda. Let's just call it what it is. There's shills on the internet regarding this. No kidding, no surprise. Are you surprised? I'm not.